Week 4, carbs, glycogen, muscles, and fat tissue. Your body is built to preserve energy for long periods of time, even weeks. Body fat is stored energy for a rainy day. But your body also stores a type of carbohydrate called glycogen, and this is a type of simple sugar that is stored inside the muscles. When the muscles have had their fill of sugar, which is glycogen, also you have the fatty acids and also the amino acids, which come from dietary fat and protein, it sends the rest of the sugar to be stored away as body fat. It's literally as simple as that. So what we want you to take away from this, guys, is that by having too much food will actually spike your insulin levels. Your insulin levels will rise very quickly, and in doing so will try to store some of the nutrients that you intake inside the muscles. Now that's fine because that energy is going to be used. However, the extra energy that you're over consuming that doesn't need to necessarily be consumed, especially if it's coming from simple refined food groups such as sugar, even whey protein powder has not always got the benefits that you may think it does because it's refined protein. And because it's refined, it will spike your insulin nonetheless. You do not want your insulin levels to spike too high, too rapidly, too quickly, because those that nutrients that you've just taken in, that calorie, will be turned into a stored energy rather than a used energy. We want to use the energy that we intake, and we want the body to start to burn the excess body fat that is around, our bodies. So it is important to note that having too much simple refined food groups such as sweets, sugars, cakes, things of that nature, we want to try to avoid those because we want to try to avoid a heavy incline or increase in insulin, such as an insulin spike. When your muscles release energy from exercise, the muscles burn that sugar, which is glycogen, and fats, which are omegas, as fuel, and the muscle stores become depleted. When we feed the muscles with more carbohydrate, fats, and protein, the energy stores inside the muscles are restocked, and so on and so forth. However, if we replenish the muscles too much, our body realizes it doesn't need all this energy and so stores it as fat. So guys, this is always going to be a forever ongoing thing that you're obviously always going to eat and replenish every single day. You're going to consume food. What we want you to understand is that when you consume food, it will have carbohydrate, fats, and protein within that food. Now, as we've discussed previously, we're trying to get you to eat a little bit more protein and also consume a little bit more dietary fat within your diet, within your meals, so that you're getting a good balance of all three macronutrients, which again are the carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Now, if we're consuming too much energy, in layman's terms, in the most basic terms possible, your body will store it away because it stores it for a rainy day. And when you think about it logically, that actually makes sense, that to store something but spare is a good thing to do. We might do it with money. We might have extra savings in capital and save that capital in a bank or investment because we might be able to use it again or maybe even profit from it. And it's exactly the same for storing energy, that our body is looking to use that energy when it stores it as body fat to profit from it at a later time. However, if we're always constantly over consuming and spiking up our insulin levels, such as we've been speaking about today, what you're going to do is you're never ever going to be burning that excess energy or that excess storage properly. So what you need to do is you need to start refining the amount of simple food groups, simple sugars, and things that are highly processed foods. They're not going to help you in the battle to losing weight, gaining muscle tone, and feeling better, feeling healthier, and a better sense of well-being. What we need you to do is we need you to start looking at better food groups which are more nutritional, have healthier benefits for you, for your well-being, and for your body. Then we can start to reduce the amount of body fat that you may feel you'll be carrying. Then you'll feel that your nutritional course is making a lot of progress.